Hello there, my name is Leslie and today I'm going to teach you the passive voice in present simple. First, it's important to distinguish between the active and the passive voice. In the active voice, the subject, the person in your idea, does an activity in the present and we concentrate on that. For example, active voice, okay? Active voice, my subject is I. My activity is wash. And I wash my car. My car every day. Okay, so this is active voice. Why? Because the subject in my idea is active. My subject does an activity in the present, okay? So I is my subject, wash is my activity or my verb, and my car receives the activity, right? So this is my object. Now, this is active voice because the subject is active, does an activity, and in this case, in the present. Now, the passive voice is different. The passive voice is not concentrated on the subject, but it's concentrated on the person or the thing that receives the activity. Remember that in this case, my car receives the activity wash. And in the passive voice, this is not important. So I'm going to take my object and I'm going to use it as the subject in my idea for the passive voice. Okay? So I say the car or my car. Yes? Now, I need an auxiliary. For the passive voice, we always use the auxiliary to be. Now, because this is passive voice in present, it's important that I conjugate the auxiliary to be according to the person or the subject here, and in present. So the car is, right? Now this auxiliary is going to help me conjugate my verb. In this case, my verb is wash, right? So for example, if I say the car is wash, el carro es lavar. That is not logical, right? And that's why in the passive voice, apart from the auxiliary to be, I have to use my verb in the past participle form. The verb in past participle is the third column in your lists of verbs. We have the present, the past, and the past participle, right? For regular verbs like wash, like visit, like decide, like help, the past participle is only with ed, right? Because this is a regular verb. Now, as you can see, in the passive voice, I am concentrated on the person or the object that receives the activity. As you can see, in this, I eliminated I. And then I say, the car receives an activity. My activity is wash. But because if it's not logical to say the car is washed, el carro es lavar, I say the car is washed. I always use the past participle. This is for regular verbs. For irregular verbs, for example, I say English. English, then I have to use the auxiliary. Is. And then I want to use my verb speak. But it's not logical because it says Inglés es hablar. That is not logical. So I have to use the past participle of speak. I go to my list, I check the conjugation, and then I see that the past participle of speak is spoken. right? So, in this case, my idea is complete and I can understand. El inglés es hablar o hablado. Okay, so English is spoken, right? It's important that you pay attention to this part, to the subject in your idea in the passive voice, because it's not correct if I say the car are. Why? Because this is for plural and this is singular. English are, it's not correct because English is a singular noun. Okay, so now let's have another example and let's see if you can help me. For example, let's say the windows. The windows, and I want to use the verb clean. No, the verb clean. So the windows, what is my auxiliary? So it's going to be singular or plural. Windows, I use are, right? Then I say clean. The past participle of clean, this is a regular verb. The past participle of clean is cleaned. Yes, and this is in present. Why? Because my auxiliary be is conjugated in the present, not the past, not the future. It is conjugated in the present, but it has to be according, it has to have a relation with the subject. Well, I hope you understood this video. If you have any comments, any questions, please let me know, and I will see you around. Bye-bye.